Okay, now you hold the shield. Okay, and say at Texas, we're fine as long as things aren't attached to a sled. We can use these during our off-season things, all right? But now the biggest on this, what we're working on is not taking a false step back. We want to understand that we're fitted up. This is a fit-up drill, all right? We want to go forward. Don't let them take a back step. So we'll have kids look at each other. This right here, that's a bad step. Where'd it go? It went first. In he's got to learn how to push and go forward first. So we'll look throughout this whole drill. Who's going first with their step and gaining ground. All right, going, I don't care if it's right step or left side. I'll tell kids, I don't care either way. Okay, and then they switch, and then you're just rotating. Again, we have this little film, so it's a little harder. Our kids will be lined up behind for simplicity, but I'm getting a lot of kids out of the drill. Now, if you really want to be a butthead too, you can make this drill and conditioning drill. Immediately when he's done, he's got to sprint backwards. So there's all different things you can do this as a coach. All right, now one thing you see, you want to drive, and then you want to finish low to high. So this kid immediately going up. This kid immediately going up like that's wrong. He should drive and then in the process lift. All right, so now we'll get into the fit and weave. So this is teaching this kid. The biggest thing on that kid, he's got to learn how to move without taking the shield. So the shield, he's got to learn how to move back and forth without turning the shield. So you got to teach up some of the kids on that because they'll get there and they'll try to turn the shield on you, and that's not any good. But again, going one at a time, and usually by the time this kid's done, you should be able to have the first kid ready to go. So it should be nonstop, just going. Keep the shield close nearby. And again, what are we working on? Not crossing over, staying in that same position. Play with the squat rack on. All right, this is a good leg burner. It's the same idea. Instead of holding the shield, though, you put the body actually sitting in their lap. All right, make them put some weight on it. And this is a great 2-a-day conditioning drill. This will burn some legs. It's the same concept that we just ran, okay, and what we just did. But now instead, your eyes are focused right in the back. So now what are we working on? Feeling if I'm blocking somebody, I can feel the pressure of somebody moving. Now where's my leverage hands and going which way? Okay, boards and pipes, we get these little PVC pipes to make them have to stand. They're quick. It's really good for visualizing their 6-inch steps that they have to take on the boards. That's all they are. So right now we're taking our tight zone to the right. Okay, we use med balls because we like to go underneath. So your strike point is underneath, not necessarily on shields. Okay, one thing coaching point to, like they're holding the med ball. One here, one over the top. Okay, that way, where's the only strike point they have? They have the strike point is underneath with their thumbs up. That means their elbows are in tight, and that's where the most force is. Okay, so you go right and to the left. Real simple. After you go, you grab the med ball guy comes backwards. Okay, we've also done variations where you have to hold a tennis ball. And so instead of your hand in the ground, you hold your tennis ball. Okay, and that way, whenever you get there, right before you have to drop the tennis ball. What do you focus on there? Where's your elbows staying in tight and your thumbs are staying together? So different variations you can do with the boards and the pipes. But the pipes, again, are the visualizations for you. Okay, this is a gallop drill. All right, so if you're talking about a post or even in your tight zone, so right now, let's say he's the right guard and there's a center and he's getting 2 hands, so he's going to go right through the midline of the nose, so his job is to get a piece to knock, and he wants to climb vertical, and he's just going back and forth, and both sides will work both, okay, and gaining ground. Staying square, okay, and getting to that second level and learning to sink hips on the second level, strike, bring feet with them. And hopefully you can see on all these drills, I'm trying to get reps. There's a lot of teaching that goes into it, but once you get into these drills, you'll be able to get a lot of work in and be able to work through all your different types of techniques. Okay, just working wide zone 2x2 combos. I'm not going to spend too much long on this, but you can work on whether he's head up, off, what's your aiming points. We get into the different ones if you're working tight zones. Okay, this is our pull drill. So a pull drill has 3 different phases. This right here is working our dart pull. So this is guard, this is tackle, and then the shield is the center there. So that's works your splits a little bit. Okay, the shield is kind of the base of, you put a shield around the base of a center, it's about the same size. So this helps. So what's the guard working on? His back block on dart should be an inside block. He's working his pull step, his skip. He wants to be inside, tight to the center. Okay, those are landmarks. So now once these guys go, they're switching out, and at this time the left side's going. Right, so this is the next guard. This is the next tackle on the left side. This is the next right guard. That's the next right tackle. So it's constantly just working through this process. All right, and again, working. He's way too deep. Okay, so now here should be the next right guard, right tackle. These are the ones who just previously went. You can work. Now that's too far of a step inside. He needs to be vertical, not taking a juke step. There's the left side, and you can see again, reps of just working the dart pull, which we do a little bit in our offense. Okay, the next phase now is power. So now the right tackle and left guard go. On power, what's their rule? Inside gap. So we're going to work a down block, and there's the first puller. So now he's working his skip set, downhill, Okay, same thing. So now right guard and left tackle go. And you can see people switching out on the shields. So now you can work who's next. Okay, and again, just constantly getting through drills. Okay, you can watch, so coaching points here, making sure you're stepping and gaining ground. Play side via the neck, not he's too far over, he needs to be on this side. Okay, staying tight. One thing when we get pads on, we want to rub. Okay, we also talk about, and I like using different terms. Kids need to learn what NASCAR is. We talk about rubbing is racing, so we want to be as tight as we can, okay, as we get inside out to our puller, so our back can stay in and not get spilled. Okay, so now we're not working just regular power, now we're working power opposite. So now it's still working as down block, but now you're working a kick. Okay, one thing we talk about pull step, pull right with the hit with my right. So that's our first thing we work on. All right, now coaching point here is we're looking at a point the toe. Okay, now we're running, and now we want to pull right, hit with our right. Go to our left, pull left, hit left. Again, quick transitions. All right, now what do you do against a team that you know are going to spill? So now you work the log. All right, and that's good. So you work different ones, and you can do it together, or you can just work the skill. It depends on what you want to do. You can kind of give a different surprise, or just go ahead and let them know it's coming, but they can work the log technique. So now it's the end spilling. Okay, and then the last one is, all right, what happens if you have a slant 5 or a 4-eye that wants to slant inside, and now the inside linebacker becomes the kick. So we're at the pull, and now you lead up. So it's all different ways that you can work on the power opposite pulls. Okay, now we're getting some pass pro work. Okay, you can see the cones are set 1, 2. So this is what we call a spot set, or something like that, flat set, spot set, vertical set. So it's 3 different sets we work on. All right, and we work our drive catch technique and getting going where they need to be. Okay, working, making sure, again, coaching point, pushing off the inside part of our foot, catching on our inside part of the foot. We don't kick slide, we drive catch in our program with hands where they carry their hands where they're supposed to be, elbows in tight, thumbs up. All right, and then they're at all times, like right here, this kid on the backside, he's opened up that back hip too much. So we want to make sure he keeps his back hip square, keep his belly button straight ahead. All right, now to help with that, throw a med ball in there. And now this one's just on command, hit, so forth. All right, and what does the med ball do? Makes them stay down in a stance. All right, and again, coaching point here. Everybody's going to the right. You can see good point with their feet, not letting their leg open up. And working on which angle you're getting to. Go right side and left side. All right, now these are cool little deals. You can also do it regular bands from the weight room. We've done it both and wrap it around they'll wrap it around their chest. But right now, if he's pushing to the right, you want this. He's on the wrong side. He should be on this side. What he wants to do is he wants to pull, and if he's pulling this way, what's the old linemen are doing? He's having to pull his core away. So it's really working his core strength while he's doing his pass sets and staying square through this throughout the whole drill. So again, it's the same drill we talked about with the med ball. Now it's just different. So now we're going to the left here, and now he's on the right. He's on the correct side, here, pulling his weight. And so that's forcing him. He's trying to open up his leg, but he's having to close it and keep it straight, and is working on staying flat, all right, and keeping square as throughout the pass pro set.